I think people don't really know the importance of having an outlet to express yourself. Having something that you do that will allow you to release some tensions, to release emotions. And it doesn't always have to be negative emotions. It can be positive emotions. It can be joyful emotions, right? And I mean, it can be anything that you want to do. It can be something that you like to do. It can be something like a hobby, like anything at all that can allow you to release some emotions. And I think people undervalue its importance. I think people don't actually realize how important it is to have something like that. To have something that you practice, when you feel like you're being overwhelmed by emotions, maybe positive or negative emotions, to have something to let it out. To have something that you do to express yourself. To have an outlet, to have a medium, to have something, anything at all to express that emotion, to express those emotions that you feel right now. And, because I'm emphasizing this thing because I know how helpful it is. How it can, help you manage your emotions better. How it can, help you in a way wherein people can't. It's a way of dealing with your emotions on your own. When a time wherein you can't really talk to someone, you can't really talk to anybody, and if that you don't have any people that you can trust with your emotions. I'm not saying that you shouldn't seek help from other people. No, what I'm saying is, if you're not comfortable now, if you're not comfortable enough to share your emotions with other people, this is a way for you to deal with your emotions, to have an outlet to express yourself. And personally, what I do is write, and it can be anything. I write poem, songs, short stories, and I don't know, anything at all. Can be like drawing as well, and painting. Anything that helps me, release emotions, that help me, navigate my emotions better. And as I've said, it can be anything that you want to do. It can be anything and everything that you like to do. And I'm sure it will help you quite a bit. Because, while I understand that people undervalue its importance, and when they get overwhelmed with their emotions, a lot of us do is just cry it out. And I'm not saying that it's not helpful. I know it's helpful as well. It's helpful that you are able to cry yourself out, because the feeling that you feel after crying your eyes out, the calmness that you'll feel after it, the relief that you feel after it, and the calmness that you feel after it is indescribable. It's something that you feel like a huge boulder of stone got lift out of your shoulder, out of your heart. That's how relieving it is to cry your eyes out, right? Sometimes. And again, I'm not discrediting that way of dealing with emotions. It's just that I'm trying to suggest something that's more healthy, that's healthier in a way. And again, I'm not saying that crying is not healthy, right? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, a creative way for you to express your emotions, to handle your emotions better, that will help you navigate it. And I don't know, it's just something that I wish people value more, having something to express yourself, and being able to express yourself in a way wherein people don't realize that you're going through something is a treasure, is something that that they see as something that you just love doing just because you love it, right? And they don't know that it's your way of dealing with your emotions. And I know it's blinding for some, to be seen as someone like that. But I think personally, I see that as a blessing because, people will not be able to tell the difference between the things that you do because you love it and the things that you do because you're just feeling too much emotion. You're just doing things just because you're getting overwhelmed with emotions. And as I've said personally, I think that that's a blessing, especially if you don't want people to know what you're going through. And I don't know, it's just something that I think that people should realize and practice. And as I've said, I'm not only talking about, negative emotions, to use that as outlet. It can also be, positive emotions when you're happy. And, the feeling wherein you feel too much joy that you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to express it. You don't know what to say. And basically, you don't know what to do with the emotions that you feel, right? And of course, you will show it by smiling, laughing, and being excited, right? That's the normal thing. That's how we normally deal with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. What I'm saying is use that kind of emotions towards something else, towards something that will help you more, right? And I'm not saying that just doing those normal things are bad, right? Of course not. It's just that when you do something, especially an outlet for your emotions, it will most likely, help you realize and develop new skills. And, it's related to incorporating it with routines, right? And as I talked already about this, about routines, but it's basically like being able to develop routines to help you deal with emotions as well and dealing with getting lost in life, right? Routines is one of those ways in finding that right way for you. And I don't know if it's something that can apply to everyone. And actually, I'm quite sure that it can't be applied to everyone because, we all have different upbringings and circumstances in our life that make us different, that make us all uniquely different from one another, that the individuality that we all have. And that's what makes us beautiful. That's what makes us uniquely different from one another, that enhances and contributes to our own and other people's as well for their betterment, right? We make each other better because of how uniquely different we are from one another. We realize different kind of things because of other people, right? And I know I'm getting sidetracked again, but it's just that being able to do this different kind of things to help you control and navigate your emotion is something I think that everyone needs to learn, that needs to appreciate more. And I think it's a much, much healthier way of dealing with emotion, to have an outlet, develop a hobby and learn new skills. And, it'll be fun. You know, the thing that you will realize when you do that is that something or a negative emotion that you feel right now, you can turn it into something that makes you happy, that it can make you feel inspired to do something else, right? Instead of grieving, instead of feeling depressed, instead of feeling sad, you now navigate that and redirect that emotions into something positive, into something that you like to do, that you love to do, right? And I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but I hope you do. And I hope that this video helped you in a way to realize how important it is to have an outlet for your emotions. And it can be anything and everything that you like to do. Well, personally, as I've said, I like to write. That's what I use as an outlet whenever I feel these strong emotions that I feel. It's one of the ways that I deal with it. And you don't have any idea how helpful it is, how it can make you realize the things that you do and how you see the world can like differ from one another because of the outlets that you use, the outlets that you have in life. And I don't know if I'm making sense anymore. I hope I am. And I guess that's about it. Stay awesome.